Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. Here are the NBA regular season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the Sacramento Kings beat the Dallas Mavericks, with a score of 113-107. Russell Westbrook was the top scorer for the Sacramento Kings with 21 points and 9 assists, followed by Keon Ellis also scored 21 points, Maxime Reynaud had 19 points, and Dennis Schroeder added 10 points. Cooper Flagg was the top scorer for the Dallas Mavericks with 23 points, followed by P.J. Washington scored 17 points. In the second game, the Phoenix Suns got their three-game winning streak after defeating the New Orleans Pelicans, with a score of 123-114. Devin Booker was the top scorer for the Phoenix Suns with 20 points, followed by Dillon Brooks had 18 points, Colin Gillespie scored 17 points, Jordan Goodwin added 16 points and 9 rebounds. Trey Murphy was the top scorer for the New Orleans Pelicans with 24 points, followed by Zion Williamson scored 22 points. The Orlando Magic beat the Denver Nuggets, with a score of 127-126. Anthony Black was the top scorer for the Orlando Magic with 38 points, followed by Desmond Bane scored 24 points, Wendell Carter had 18 points, and Tristan da Silva added 17 points. Nikola Jokic was the top scorer for the Denver Nuggets with a triple-double performance of 34 points, 21 rebounds and 12 assists, followed by Jamal Murray scored 24 points. The Brooklyn Nets got their three-game winning streak after defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves, with a score of 123-107. Cam Thomas was the top scorer for the Brooklyn Nets with 30 points, followed by Michael Porter made a double-double performance of 27 points and 10 rebounds, Nick Claxton had 14 points, and Noah Clowney added 11 points. Anthony Edwards was the top scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves with 28 points, followed by Jaden McDaniels scored 16 points. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Chicago Bulls, with a score of 112-103. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the top scorer for the Milwaukee Bucks with 29 points, followed by Ryan Rollins scored 20 points, Bobby Portis had 17 points, and Miles Turner added 13 points. Kobe White and Nikola Vucevic was the top scorer for the Chicago Bulls with 16 points each. The Miami Heat got their second straight win after defeating the Indiana Pacers, with a score of 142-116. Jamie Jaquez and Andrew Wiggins was the top scorer for the Miami Heat with 28 points each, followed by Norman Powell scored 23 points, and Nikola Jovic added 19 points. Pascal Siakam was the top scorer for the Indiana Pacers with 33 points, followed by Benedict Mathurin scored 25 points. The Houston Rockets got their second straight win after defeating the Cleveland Cavaliers, with a score of 117-100. Kevin Durant was the top scorer for the Houston Rockets with 30 points, followed by Reed Sheppard scored 18 points, Jabari Smith had 15 points, and Amen Thompson added 13 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Tyson was the top scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers with a double-double performance of 23 points and 15 rebounds, followed by Donovan Mitchell scored 16 points. The Utah Jazz got their second straight win after defeating the San Antonio Spurs, with a score of 127-114. Lauri Markkanen was the top scorer for the Utah Jazz with 29 points, followed by Keontae George scored 28 points, Walter Clayton had 17 points, and Yusuf Nurkic added 16 points. Victor Wembanyama was the top scorer for the San Antonio Spurs with 32 points, followed by Keldon Johnson made a double-double performance of 27 points and 10 rebounds. The New York Knicks got their second straight win after defeating the Atlanta Hawks, with a score of 128-125. Karl Anthony Towns was the top scorer for the New York Knicks with a double-double performance of 36 points and 16 rebounds, followed by Jalen Brunson scored 34 points, OG Anunoby made a double-double performance of 15 points and 10 rebounds, and Mikal Bridges added 14 points. Onyeka Okongwu was the top scorer for the Atlanta Hawks with a double-double performance of 31 points and 14 rebounds, followed by Nickeil Alexander-Walker scored 25 points. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons, with a record of 24 wins and 7 losses. The number 2 is New York Knicks, with a record of 22 wins and 9 losses. The number 3 is Boston Celtics, with a record of 19 wins and 11 losses. The number 4 and number 5 is Orlando Magic and Toronto Raptors, with a record of 18 wins and 14 losses. The number 6 is Philadelphia 76ers, with a record of 16 wins and 13 losses. The number 7 is Miami Heat, with a record of 17 wins and 15 losses. The number 8 is Cleveland Cavaliers, with a record of 17 wins and 16 losses. The number 9 is Chicago Bulls, with a record of 15 wins and 16 losses. The number 10 is Atlanta Hawks, with a record of 15 wins and 18 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks, with a record of 13 wins and 19 losses. The number 12 is Charlotte Hornets, with a record of 11 wins and 20 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 10 wins and 19 losses. The number 14 is Washington Wizards, with a record of 6 wins and 23 losses. The number 15 is Indiana Pacers, with a record of 6 wins and 26 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder, with a record of 26 wins and 5 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs, with a record of 23 wins and 8 losses. The number 3 is Denver Nuggets, with a record of 22 wins and 9 losses. The number 4 and number 5 is Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Lakers, with a record of 19 wins and 10 losses. The number 6 is Minnesota Timberwolves, with a record of 20 wins and 12 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns, with a record of 18 wins and 13 losses. The number 8 is Golden State Warriors, with a record of 16 wins and 15 losses. The number 9 is Memphis Grizzlies, with a record of 15 wins and 16 losses. The number 10 and number 11 is Portland Trail Blazers and Utah Jazz, with a record of 12 wins and 19 losses. The number 12 is Dallas Mavericks, with a record of 12 wins and 21 losses. Number 13 is LA Clippers, with a record of 9 wins and 21 losses. The number 15 is Sacramento Kings, with a record of 8 wins and 23 losses. The number 15 is New Orleans Pelicans, with a record of 8 wins and 25 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, December 29, Monday morning. In the first game, at 4:30 a.m., Toronto Raptors vs Golden State Warriors and Oklahoma City Thunder vs Philadelphia 76ers. At 7 a.m., Washington Wizards vs Memphis Grizzlies and Portland Trail Blazers vs Boston Celtics. At 10 a.m., LA Clippers vs Detroit Pistons. In the last game, at 10:30 a.m., Los Angeles Lakers vs Sacramento Kings.